and ever wonder what happened to the characters we loved but haven't seen in the recent King of the Hill revival. Before we jump into the details, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button to stay updated on all things animated comedy. The return of King of the Hill was like catching up with old friends. Hank, Peggy, and the familiar Texas town of Arlen. Uh, the new episodes brought back a sense of comfort and laughter, but there's one big question lingering. Why are Luanne and Lucky missing from the story? Luanne, who lived with the Hills for a long stretch, was a character full of quirks and charm, and her relationship with her fiance Lucky and their daughter Gracie was a fabric woven through many episodes. Yet in the recent season, they've vanished without much mention. Now, the show's creator, Saladin Patterson, explained that they didn't include Luanne and Lucky initially out of respect for the voice actors, Brittany Murphy and Tom Petty, who passed away and wouldn't ever be. Why can they work with the discrimination? They do only large UTs to honor their legacies. They chose not to recast those roles just yet. This thoughtful decision left fans feeling a mix of disappointment and hope. Many believe it would be fantastic to see how Luanne and Lucky are doing, especially as Bobby's story continues to evolve. Her heartwarming spirit remains missing from the modern day scenes, which feels like a lost opportunity as Bobby moves into adulthood, trying to run a fusion restaurant. He's filling a story space once occupied by Luanne, yet her character represents a different chapter, potentially ripe for future episodes to explore her life story, her growth, and her family. Recasting Luanne and Lucky doesn't seem like a major issue, even with other characters being recast. The series has shown flexibility. When Johnny Hardwick, who voiced Dale, passed away, the show introduced Toby Huss as a replacement, and it worked. Perhaps the same could happen for Luanne and Lucky. Thinking about how the show handled other losses like Jonathan Joss's passing and his role as John Redcorn, it feels plausible that new voice actors could step in. Fans deserve to see Luanne and Lucky again, even if they're challenging for just a cameo or two, to reconnect with their stories. It all comes down to what fans want: authenticity and continuity. Fans loved Luanne in her prime, and seeing her reappear would be a meaningful gesture, like hanging up a jersey for a fallen hero. She deserves to be part of the ongoing story. In the meantime, I can't help but joke that maybe Lucky is just hiding because he can't find a good enough chicken fried steak in Arlen anymore. Well, a guy can dream, right? Um, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,